All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Raj, and today I thought, rather than showing you the typical full self-driving, I'd actually put you in the driver's seat. So today, you're in the driver's seat. Feel free to look around as we drive. This is 360 degrees full self-driving. Our first destination is a Starbucks. So let's go ahead. All right, let's go. So we're starting in a residential area. Also, caveat, because this is 360 degrees, the files are a little wonky and weird, and so I'm gonna limit them to about 25 minutes. So got till about 6:15. It's about 5:43 right now, and then I'll stop it wherever we're at. And if you guys like this kind of video and you found it cool and interesting, let me know down in the comments and I'll put up some more. So anyway, we're in a residential area and we are navigating to a Starbucks not too far away. It's about 1.8 miles. So we're in the residential area. We're stopping at stop signs, making a right turn. There were cars parked on the side of the road. There's a car parked on the side here. We need to make a right on the main road here. And what's interesting here is that this is one of those main roads that has a side road. There's clearly enough space. It's being cautious. It's proceeding, but proceeding with caution. It can see the lane. It sees that it's available and it's finally going. I wanted to see if it was going to get tricked by that street. It didn't. It actually knows, and it's going to come here and it's making the turn. A little bit, I would have paused a little bit more, and it saw that car, but still did it in a safe manner. I would have gone a little bit slower, but in any case, some of you guys have asked what this video camera is here on the top. That's to submit feedback back to Tesla so they can, catch and see things if you want to call attention to something that happened. The most important part about this early self-driving, beta is submitting feedback, right? We want to make this better because the quicker it gets better, the quicker it's going to roll out to the masses. So, I'm trying to do my job. Like, I'm very humbled and honored to be chosen. So I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to put it in situations, see what happens, and make sure that they are taking the learnings from that. I see a lot of upload activity going on my router every night, so I know that they're collecting the data. So it's good to see. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know what these little triangular things are called, but how it sees that and identifies that as different from the medians, which are these darker purple ones. Passive cars, I think, are these like blue ones where they're not looked as like oncoming. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how it identifies everything. But yeah, before this, if you were the first vehicle at the light, when the light turned green, you had to initiate the vehicle to go. With the full self-driving beta, you don't need to. You'll see the light turned green and there was still a car turning. Instead of just taking off, the Tesla paused and waited. So that was really good too. Now, like all things, this beta, you need to be very attentive. I'm keeping my left hand always on the steering wheel, even though I'm not steering the vehicle. The dead giveaway to that is this blue steering wheel here. When that is highlighted, it means auto steer and autopilot are on. So that's how you know. My hand is there so that the vehicle knows that I'm present and I'm ready to take over at any time. Plus also, it'll allow me to quickly grab the steering wheel and move it should I need to. So it may look like we don't need to get on the freeway, so I'm going to correct that. That was not correct, so we'll submit a little feedback there. Let's recenter us. Okay. Yeah, and so here you've got the sun coming directly into the camera. we do need to make a left in 0.3 miles. It's already indicating to me now, hey, we need to get over. There's no one in the lane to the left of me, so I would assume as soon as we turn green here, we'll get it. So look at that, sun right into the camera, and we should still be able to read the green light right away and take off. There's a semi to the left of me. If you guys want to turn around and look at that big guy, we'll probably end up going faster than him. And there you go. My foot is not on the accelerator pedal. I'm trying to not have to use it. In some cases, if and there goes the lane change. In some cases, if the vehicle is slowing down, obviously we don't want to be an interruption or a burden to people behind us. You know, I may tap the accelerator pedal. I'll let you know if I have to do so. So not this light, the next light we need to make a left. And there's a car currently in our blind spot. At this point, I would slow down so I can make this turn. And that guy's passing. It's initiating a lane change, merging over. It needs to get over one more. And there it goes. A little bit slower. I don't know why it's stopped quite a bit back, but overly cautious I'm okay with, as long as it's not being a burden or interruption to people around me. So there's not a vehicle behind me. We weren't in the way of anyone. Had there been, I would have just tapped the accelerator pedal to kind of move and inch the car forward. Ooh, that's a nice Model 3. Yeah, we are in Silicon Valley, so the world of Model 3s and so forth. There's plenty of those. Okay, so here we go, a left turn. Perfect. Now, the interesting thing here is that Starbucks is on the right-hand side. As you can see by the map, what I've noticed is that the system is not a door-to-door system. It's a point A to point B system. So it won't necessarily pull into a parking lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if it stops here and says we're at our destination and doesn't actually turn in, which is exactly what it's doing. So I'm going to disengage because there's a vehicle behind us, and I'm going to pull into the Starbucks here, which is on our right-hand side. Always got to be cautious that, you know, you're not causing the interruption. I don't want that guy behind me to be like, dude, what are you doing? Move. I don't have time for your beta testing. So there's a Taco Bell over here. I did want to try this because somebody asked about this. Will it go through a drive-through? I don't think it will, because there needs to be a destination, and I can't really destination it through the Taco Bell. So I'm gonna just like stop here and try to initiate it. Let's see. Okay, we're going through the Taco Bell. Yeah, it's telling me to take over. Yeah, this is not. We'll try it one more time. Yeah, it's not going. All right, so Taco Bell's a no-go, so let's get off of that. Let's go over to, we're gonna go over to Blaze Pizza. The reason why I want to do this Blaze Pizza is because it involves getting on the freeway, getting on and off, and I know some people have asked about that. I know that freeway is not a big deal. We've done freeway before, so, you know, but you guys want to see it? We're going to do it. All right. So now that we're coming here, now I'm going to initiate autopilot or full self-driving and let it kind of take over. So this is one thing that a couple of you have called out, is that the stopping, where it stops at, is actually a little bit early. And because there's a vehicle behind me, I'm going to just shift it up a little bit. So I did just touch the accelerator pedal to bring me closer to the traffic light. It may be doing that now because it's just so early, it's being overly cautious. But even it being a little bit behind, it hasn't made a mistake, right? It still goes where it needs to go. I just look at it as being more annoying for the person behind you. So And if you guys have any other ideas or, different things you want me to throw at it, let me know down in the comments, and I'll go ahead and do that for the next video. Especially if you guys like this 360, kind of VR style. I'll do that on my next drive. It's good to kind of plan them out before the drive. That way we don't waste any time, since we know these videos a little limited here with the 30-minute window. So we're coming to a major intersection. We do need to make a right here. It's signaling, but it wants to make the right from this lane. We could have gone to the right-hand turning lane, which is now we have to be a little cautious because there's someone there. There's now no one there, and it's going to attempt it. We're doing so in a safe manner. There's no one around. Okay. Probably would have been better to be the one lane over, so where was that? I'm going to capture that. Oh, we got a urban supercharger over here by the Lazy Dog in Newark, California. For those of you who are familiar with the area. All right, so this should be fairly easy, just merging onto the freeway. Shouldn't be too big of a problem here. Okay, so it started to slow down. I think it was due to that yellow sign, blinking sign, ramp meter ahead. So I just hit the accelerator real quick because there's somebody behind us. And I didn't want, to cause an issue here. Let's see if it stops here. It's not. Okay. It didn't know what to do there, so I just accelerated. All right. Okay, so we're getting on. We've got 2 exits to go up, and then we'll be exiting. As you can see, not much has changed with the freeway autopilot. It looks the same. You'll notice that the full self-driving visualization is now gone. I think that's more looking at what the computer sees, and this is more when it's done and completed, and we can make it look pretty. They'll do this. So I'm pretty sure once full self-driving is released, it'll look more like a little bit more prettier than what we see today. Initiating the lane change, getting over, our exits coming up. Now, what's interesting is always before taking the exits, you were just taking the exit. As soon as you took the exit, you needed to, take over the car again because it had no idea what to do. It would start jerking around, didn't know what lane to be in. So this will be interesting, watching it take the exit, stay in the right lane because it needs to make the right, and so forth. But yeah, we're going to be going into a shopping center kind of complex where there's a road right outside of the restaurant. There's some Model 3s out there. The new versions, new Model 3s are in that carrier. Looks like they're all headed to Europe, by the way. I've been going by the factory, and they're all the new Model 3 redesigns are going to Europe. So I think they're building that buffer such that it drops everywhere. They're ready to go here, but I think they won't release them until the Europeans have theirs. So kind of cool. Be excited to see the new stuff on the Model 3. So here we go. Any one of these 2 lanes it can be in. Seeing that. Stopping for the traffic light. All right. Now, what I'd be interested to see is, so here it actually came up to the light really well, like where I would have come up, not stopping, like 15 feet back. What's interesting to see here is that it's red, and technically you could go, But I don't know if it errors in that, hey, you can turn right on red. Oh, it is. So, okay. There's no cars coming. It's going to make this right turn. I'm a little cautious because there's a... Okay. I didn't have to do anything. Great. I had my foot on the accelerator to help it out should it need it. It looks like it wants to get in this lane here. It had a little bit more space. Now we're blocking this lane a little bit. It's about to turn green. There's no one behind us, so I'm just going to leave it and let it do its thing. We'll make adjustments should we need to. So, all right. Go ahead. Feels comfortable. It's in this lane. Oh, because it wants to make this left here. And it's not going to make this left because it was way too crowded. So I'm going to disengage. I'm going to pass this on my own. And then what I'll do is I'll go here and we'll engage it again. It should make this left here. And I'm going to... It wants to go all the way to the left. Okay. All right. Let's let it do its thing here. Come on, dude. Let's go. All right. So I'm going to let it make its left turn here. So I think one of the things I've been noticing is that the more cars, the more people that are present, it does throw a lot of challenges at the computer. I think in a perfect world, in a world where there are no other cars or obstacles on the road, it's a lot easier. But you're in a world where other people, that was a good calculation, where other people are going to drive more rash and faster and cut you off. So the other day I had a good scenario where I exited the freeway. The right turn lane was not available till a little bit after, and so I was already in the right-hand lane. But when the right turn lane became available, the vehicle behind me sped up into that lane, thus leaving no room for the Tesla to be able to turn right. And okay, this is a little bit faster than I'd like, but we're at the destination, and it's gonna just stop here. So I'm gonna disengage. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to pick a, we're going to go over to, I'm just going to go over here. I have no idea where this is, but I'm going to go over there because it is, I think it's residential. So I want to give it a little bit more there, and that's, 7 more minutes. And then we might just call it that as the drive. And then, okay, all right, it wants to make a left, not a right. Okay, there's no median over there, but there's a car going straight, all right. Go ahead, Tesla. So I think where it's really excelling at, in my opinion, is on turns, right turns and left turns, it's really excelling at. However, areas of improvement and opportunity lie in, like right here, we need to make this left, and it was not going to make it. So I put it in situation to make it. Opportunities lies in the ability to change lanes quick enough, find an in, get into that turning lane. Come on, okay, I'm just giving it the accelerator a little bit right now. I don't know why it's braking so much. Are the opportunities to, start merging the lane earlier? I think early on, it used to actually want to merge over too early, and now I feel like it's going a little too late. So these are all development opportunities in this software, but the way it's able to calculate where things are. And react and make those changes is pretty impressive. So now this is a straight lane. This is not a right turning lane. It needs to be over in that lane, and now it's not going to make it. So that's not great, and it's gonna still try to do it. And it was not the safest maneuver, but I'm watching. It should not have made a right from that lane. It needed to be one lane over. So here we are. Like, there are some things on here that are just like, wow, like that was impressive. I mean, to be honest, that was where I really got impressed, on turns. Very, very impressed. And navigating residential. That was shocking, because before he was never able to do anything like that without lane markings, and now it is. So it's some of these little quirks and fine tunings. And remember, there's going to be tons of edge cases. There's going to be so many edge cases, and it's going to become vitally important that when we get to a really good status, learning those edge cases by the fleet, right? That's the benefit here, is that how many people have Teslas, how large the fleet is, and the ability to be able to learn from that fleet and apply that to all vehicles. So, yeah, I think this is I don't really know where we're going over here. But it'll be the last stop. We should start merging over left, and as you can see, we're not going over there yet. We have a potential of maybe missing the turn, okay, or maybe not. Car is passed. It can merge over now, but the car is coming too fast. The car that was next to me, we have another opportunity to take it. It's going to take too long. The car is going to pass. It's got one more opportunity to make it, but okay, I'm just going to help it and get over there. And we're going to reinitialize it. So I've only steered it. I did not do anything else. So this is interesting. We've got a stop. We've got cross traffic. There is no cross traffic, but full stop, checks, and then it should go. I don't know why it's on hold. And there was a car coming at high speed. That was not safe. I don't know why it went on hold. Okay. All right, so we are in a mobile home park. And it's residential. So, yeah, I mean, we know this. You can see all the cars parked on the side. I've navigated all the way to the corner of this spot. So, yeah, we'll go from here. Here's an interesting thing. The car is backing out. Car is oncoming. The Tesla is getting over to our side. I got a dirty look. Well, such as that. All right. I don't know what it's going to do here, whether it actually is going to turn in this residential road. Now it's okay, it is turning on this residential street. All right. And it's going to turn again on this other residential street. And actually kind of put us at, let's see, is it stopping? It does need to drive a little bit more. Okay. So it's navigating these small residential streets well, but I would have gone slow because you don't know if another car would have came out, but it brought us to the destination. I don't know whose address this is, but I better get out of here. All right, so that's that. I really need to figure out how to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more drives like this. Give me some scenarios. I will look for them on the map. I'll plot out my route, and I'll do that route the next time. And I'll upload these kind of videos every now and then, 25, 30 minutes under. And yeah, just hopefully we can keep learning and keep growing the full self-driving beta. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.